Hello guys, my name is Michael Christian and you are watching Crypto Insight Hub. Today I want to take you on a complete journey, step by step, showing you exactly how I would start crypto from zero in 2026 if I had absolutely no money, no knowledge, no experience, and no idea where to begin. The purpose of this video is not just to motivate you, but to give you a real, practical roadmap that you can actually follow. Because the truth is, 2026 is shaping up to be one of the most transformative years for crypto, and those who understand how to start correctly, even from zero, will put themselves in a position to benefit from the opportunities that most people will never see. So sit tight, listen carefully, and imagine that you're starting with nothing except an internet connection and the desire to change your life. If I was starting from zero today, the first thing I would do is shift my mindset. Most beginners think crypto is a shortcut to overnight riches, but that mindset is exactly what causes people to lose money. Instead, I would approach crypto like a long-term skill, something that rewards patience, discipline, and consistent learning. I'd remind myself that no successful investor becomes great by accident. They become great by understanding the market, learning how to protect their capital, and consistently making smart decisions even when emotions try to take over. So before touching any exchange, any token, or any opportunity, I'd build the mindset that I am here not to gamble, but to learn, earn, and grow. The next thing I would do is dedicate 1 week to pure research. I'm talking about learning the basics. What blockchain is, why Bitcoin matters, how Ethereum works, what decentralization means, and why supply and demand shape the crypto market. I would use free platforms, YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, Medium, CoinMarketCap Academy, Coinbase Learn, because all the knowledge I need to get started exists online for free. In this 1 week, my goal would not be to become an expert, but to understand enough to avoid beginner mistakes like buying random tokens, falling for scams, following hype, or trusting influencers who only promote projects for money. By the end of this 1 week, I'd know the difference between Bitcoin and altcoins, what market cycles are, what a wallet is, and how exchanges work. Once I have the basics, I would focus on creating my foundation, because starting from zero means every rupee, every dollar, and every minute matters. My first practical step would be setting up a secure crypto environment. I'd create a new email dedicated only to crypto accounts. I'd enable two-factor authentication using an app like Authy or Google Authenticator. I'd write down my passwords physically and store them in a safe place. Safety is everything in crypto, because once money is gone, you cannot call a bank to reverse the transaction. This is why beginners lose funds, not because they invested wrong, but because they stored things carelessly. Then I would create accounts only on reputable exchanges, such as Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, KuCoin, or Bybit, depending on what is available in my country. I would verify my account, but never keep all my funds only on the exchange. If I'm starting with small money, I might keep most of it on the exchange temporarily, but as soon as I grow, I would move to a non-custodial wallet like MetaMask or Trust Wallet, and eventually to a hardware wallet like Ledger or Trezor. Remember, exchanges are targets. Wallets give you ownership. A hardware wall, it gives you true control. Now comes the most important part, building my portfolio from zero. If I had absolutely no money, I would use the first month to save something. Even if it's just $5 or $10 per week, it's enough. Crypto doesn't require huge capital. It requires consistency. I would avoid the temptation to chase memes or gamble. Instead, I would create a simple strategy: 50% Bitcoin, 30% Ethereum, and 20% high-quality altcoins. This strategy protects me from risk while still giving me exposure to strong growth. Bitcoin gives stability. Ethereum gives innovation. Altcoins give opportunity. For altcoins, I would only choose projects that have real utility, strong development teams, long long-term use cases, and solid adoption. Coins like Solana, Chainlink, Polkadot, Avalanche, or other fundamentally strong Layer 1 or Layer 2 networks would be on my list. I would completely avoid new meme coins, pumpan, dump tokens, or any project promising insane returns. If something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. To grow from zero, I would use dollar cost averaging, investing small amounts regularly instead of trying to time the market. If I had $20 per week, I'd invest $10 in Bitcoin, $6 in Ethereum, and $4 in altcoin. This slow and steady approach builds long-term wealth without stress. I wouldn't panic during dips, because dips are opportunities. Every time the market drops 10%, 20%, or even 40%, I would see it as a sale, not a danger. Crypto rewards those who stay calm when others are scared. Apart from investing, I would focus on earning. Starting from zero means you cannot rely only on buying crypto. You need multiple streams of earning. The easiest one is crypto earning platform. Airdrops, tasks, earn programs, testnets, and community rewards. In 2026, airdrops are becoming huge again. People who interacted early with platforms like Arbitrum, Optimism, Starknet, Layer 0, zkSync, and Celestia received thousands of dollars for free. If I was starting from zero, I would spend 1 hour daily participating in new testnets, bridging small amounts, completing quests, and engaging with Web3 communities. These opportunities cost little to nothing and can provide massive rewards if the project succeeds. Next, I would learn a skill related to crypto. Skills multiply your opportunities far faster than investments do. I might learn chart reading, research analysis, crypto content creation, trading basics, or blockchain development. Even learning how to read a white paper gives me an advantage over 90% of beginners. If I'm good at explaining things, I'd start creating content, YouTube videos, TikToks, shorts, or blogging about crypto. You don't have to be an expert to start, you just have to share what you're learning. Many of the biggest crypto creators today started with zero knowledge but grew because they were consistent. If I wanted to grow fast, I would create a simple rule: invest, learn, earn, repeat. Every week, I am adding knowledge, adding small investments, and adding new ways to earn. I would stay away from shortcuts like leverage trading because leverage destroys beginners. I would also avoid signals groups, paid pumps, and influencer-driven coins. These are traps for people who want to get rich instantly. Instead, I'd keep my focus on long-term strategies: staking, holding, and compounding. Staking Ethereum or other proof of stake coins gives passive income, and compounding that income grows your wealth over time. In 2026, the crypto market is heavily influenced by real-world adoption. Institutions, banks, governments, and global companies are entering the space. This means stability is increasing and opportunities for safe growth are expanding. If I was starting from zero, I would take advantage of this shift. I would follow major developments like ETF approvals, regulatory changes, technological upgrades, and macroeconomic trends, not because I want to trade, but because understanding the big picture helps me stay ahead of others. Another thing I would focus on is understanding market cycles. Crypto moves in pattern: accumulation, expansion, euphoria, correction, and fear. If I know where we are in the cycle, I can make smart decisions. When the market is quiet and boring, that's when I accumulate. When the market is exploding and everyone is talking about crypto, that's when I take profits slowly. The biggest mistake beginners make is buying at the top and selling at the bottom. I would follow a strict rule: buy during fear, hold during growth, and sell gradually during hype. To grow from zero, discipline is more important than money. Even if I invest only $20 per week, if I do that consistently for years, I build something powerful. And the truth is, most people fail in crypto not because they lack money, but because they lack patience. They chase hype, panic at dips, jump from one coin to another, and quit when they don't get fast results. If I started from zero, I would commit to staying in the game. I would give myself at least 3 to 5 years to build serious wealth. Finally, I would remind myself every single day why I started. Maybe I want financial freedom. Maybe I want to support my family. Maybe I want a better future. Whatever the reason, that reason becomes my fuel. Crypto is not just about money. It's about using technology to create opportunities that were impossible before. In 2026, the world is changing fast, and those who prepare now will benefit the most. So if I had to start crypto from zero in 2026, I would do exactly this. Learn the basics, secure my accounts, invest small but consistently, focus on quality projects, earn through airdrops and Web3 tasks, build valuable skills, stay away from risky traps, understand the market cycle, and maintain unshakable discipline, because starting from zero is not a disadvantage. It's a chance to start the right way from the very beginning.